Afghan President Ghani relinquishes power, Taliban form interim govt.
Here's a summary of the article.
Afghan President Ashraf Ghani relinquished power as Taliban fighters entered Kabul on Sunday and sought the unconditional surrender of the central government. He said it was known that President Ashraf Ghani had met with domestic politicians and had given them the responsibility to form an authoritative delegation to travel to Doha on Monday to reach an agreement with the Taliban on the Afghanistan issue. Ghani urged government forces Sunday to maintain security in Kabul, after the Taliban paused their sweeping advance on the outskirts of the capital, causing widespread panic. Earlier on Sunday, Taliban fighters entered the outskirts of the Afghan capital after promising not to take it by force, but the uncertainty panicked workers who fled government offices as helicopters landed at the U.S. Embassy. Abdullah Long has been a vocal critic of President Ashraf Ghani, who long refused to give up power to secure a deal with the Taliban. The militants took also Maidan Shar, the capital of Maidan Wardak, on Sunday, only some 90 kilometers from Kabul, Afghan lawmaker Hamida Akbari and the Taliban said. Despite our firm resistance, sadly, all the government and the Afghan security forces' equipment were handed over to the Taliban as a result of a big organized and cowardly plot, Noor wrote.
This post received a score of 62,000, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
So last night I was reading that Kabul had maybe 3 months max, and this morning boom, Taliban government.
Friday they were giving Kabul 90 days before it fell. More like 90 hours.
The front page of our World News is, Ghani steps down 4h ago, Taliban enters Kabul 8h ago, Taliban now controls all major cities except Kabul 14h ago.
These headlines seem to have a pretty short shelf life law. Now the news seems to be that Ghani has fled the country.
That is far from surprising, but I thought he'd loot and run at the last moment rather than this early. Ah well, I guess it wasn't really early after all.
That's what the Afghan government been doing for the past 20 years, just looting.
Judging by that governor's house, I cannot say you're wrong. It's too bad that the people don't have a more constructive way to address such legitimate grievances.
Yeah, a lot of innocent men and women are going to be executed for bullshit reasons over the next month or two.
Try several years.
Oh, I know, I'm just talking about the big boom that will catch everyone's eye at first.
American intelligence estimates that it will be a month of siege on Kabul before any Taliban negotiations are done. And it's gone.
A month. More like a second.
What a clusterfuck.
Does the Taliban have a primary leader? If so, who's that person?
Multiple primary leaders, basically.
So are they just going to share the leadership of an entire country?
It is going to be a shit show. Literally no one knows what is gonna happen. Feel sorry for the Afghans who are gonna be in the middle of this, but I can't say no one saw this coming. Edit. Getting a lot of comments on the lines of, they choose their path. When I said, Afghans, I'm referring to folks who don't support Taliban, especially a lot of women who will be oppressed for until who knows when. I thought that was implied, but maybe not.
So what will the high-profile guys do with all the corrupted and stolen money now?
Go to their houses in Dubai and Geneva.
Considering President Ghani, or former president, just fled the country, you're probably spot on. I would also suggest Doha as a highly possible location. Edit. It's being reported he fled to Tajikistan.
Probably because Tajikistan is close. He'll move on to London, Paris, Doha, Dubai.
His money is prob safe in Switzerland.
Yup. Or some other tax haven with good banking secrecy laws.
This is a hell of a speed run by the Taliban.
They managed to take over the city before I finished my laundry.
The Taliban entered the city claiming that they wanted to prevent looting, because most of the local police force fled. The entire Afghan government is a fucking joke.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.